let's see. Hello. Welcome to Real Damn Studio. I believe we're at number 11 now. Now let's see. Good news. You'll see the actual weight at the end here. It's not much below what I'm going to tell you right now, but I broke below 300. I know it may not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but to me it is. Okay, now, what I wanted to cover today was, as I've kept doing, I keep trying to come up with other ways you can exercise, improve your life and your environment in a way you're also improving your health and your life. So today, I decided to look at something I used to do years ago. Bicycle riding. Now, I don't have a working bike right now, but I do have one that we picked up at a Salvation Army. We actually have a couple of them. And later on a little bit, I'm going to show you some stuff while working on them as I cover stories about, well, I used to own a bicycle shop. But, now why am I doing this? Well, you see, riding a bike used to be when I was younger. It wasn't exercise. It was fun. Something I would do with my friends. And besides bicycle riding and role-playing games such as D&D, Tunnels and Trolls, Champions, various different role-playing games we'd play. But we always had to ride our bikes everywhere to get there. Plus, sometimes, we live here in the Tri-Cities. So, over here in Kennewick, Washington. And we have the hydroplane races show up. So, when I was younger, we used to race around the cul-de-sac like we were different hydroplanes, We'd get their shirt and names and we, race each other. I know, sounds crazy, but it was fun then. And that's the point. Worst case scenario, work on these bikes, get back some old memories. Working on the bike is exercise. Especially if you have a busted bike in your backyard or something. In that case, it's also going to clean up your environment. Everything's going to feel a little better. And if nothing else, if you can't ride the bike, and it's just something you had in your backyard or your shed, now that you have it fixed, you can sell it. Hey, some extra money. But the goal would be to ride it. But see, I also have a problem with my neuropathy, with my feet and hands. So I can't as much walk as I would like. Of course, my hands don't get in the way of that, but my feet. And I'm trying to see if maybe I'll be able to do some bicycle riding instead. Maybe the pressure would be better, or I could pad the pedals if I had to. So, we're going to work on them a little bit. Mine, well, let's just go right to that. Now, basically, I know my bike, well, we have two bikes here. Both of them need fixing on the wheels. Around here we have tack weeds, so I'm just going to cheat and use some Fix-A-Flat to get it all going at first. And then if it ends up, my bike works good and I can ride it and everything like that, we'll take the tube out, clean out the wheel, get one that you have either shields, or you can actually get nowadays solid tubes. Because those tack weeds, well, back when I had my bike shop, we made a lot of money fixing tires from tackweed holes, or goat's heads they're also known as. We charged $5 to fix a flat. It'd take me less than half an hour. Reason why is we use the same repair kit you use for cars, one with the gunpowder on the back. We'd strap it on there. I had a big swimming pool in the place. We take the tube out, put it underwater, find where it leaked, mark it with chalk, clean the whole area off, rough it up a little bit because it sticks better if it's a little roughed up. Don't rough up an area bigger than the patch. They have these diamond-shaped patches with a little metal thing. You'd light it, you'd vise it, you'd grip it down onto the tire over like a vise, and then you just clamp down, then you'd light it. And you take it off, put it back on the tire. Wait, you wait, give it a little bit. Then take it off, pump it, put it back on the bike, pump it full of, air. Well, first pump full of air before you put it on, just to be sure. Then, if everything's good, you just put it all together, and there it was ready to go. But it's something in this area, out here in the desert prairie areas, it's a big issue. So, we'll fix the tires, oil the chains, and all the bearings. Again, going back to the bicycle shop we used to have, what we did is we went to police auctions, picked up a whole lot of bikes. It's called a lot. It may be 10, 20 bikes, whatever, that the police had picked up and no one had wanted, apparently, because they didn't come back to get them. And then we would take about half of them for parts, fix the first half, and then we would replace all the cables and brake pads and grease up all the bearings. We'd actually use auto bearing grease, just easy to work with. You'd slap it on in there and you just put those bearings all the way around, slap the whole thing together, you're ready to go. Granted, bikes got a lot more complicated since the 80s, honestly. New higher tech toys on them, more specifics. We just true to tire by eyesight. Now that would probably be a crime. But it's kind of also why I got out of it. That and, well, it was in Moses Lake. And I really didn't want to live in Moses Lake anymore. So, and it wasn't worth the fight at the time that I kept having with my girlfriend about staying there and instead coming back to the Tri-Cities. Bigger town. So, let's see, we have the tires, chains, bearings. Then you have to adjust your brakes for a while. Now, what I've done before, we used to have this thing called a third hand, which would hold around the brake. The brake comes this way. This would hold it, so you could adjust it and tighten it, and then you would just pull it off afterwards and it'd be fine. Known as a third hand. Also, we used to have a vise thing that would sit there and you would put the bike, where the pedals go, that pedal axle on here, and it was clamped down and also up higher through another vise thing, and it would hold it still, and then you could spin it. You spin the wheels, the pedals and all that, and then you can adjust your cables and your brakes right there and not have to worry about trying to hold around and stuff. I was going to duct tape them to the poles over here, though, so I can do the same thing. So, once we get the bikes going, we'll test them out. So, hopefully everything went good there. Everything should be all right. I'll see how I feel tomorrow morning after riding it. And like I said, even if I don't ride it, just the exercise of working on it. When you get to the obese station, you got to find anything you can do. Because not only was I busy working on it and walking around and exercising a little bit and building up muscle tissue a little bit, my mind's relaxing more because it's, focused on something I can do something about, the bikes, instead of the many other problems in life that you can't fix everything. So, and then we kept it cheap because what if this doesn't work? What if I can't ride them because of my feet? No reason to get money into it. Same goes also when you get too heavy. Sometimes it hurts too much to ride it. But you may get to that point and it gives you something to shoot for. It's not easy. As much as people think, all you gotta do is put down the fork, blah, blah, blah. It's not just that simple. To really lose weight, you need physical activity and cut down your foods. But if your health is bad enough, it's hard to control either. So, thank you for your time. Below 300. Have a nice day. See you next time.